Hello and welcome to my game in Polish League quarterfinals versus Kasia, who I will be facing as the USA. After having won the first game, I hope to get a win this time as well, since that would guarantee a semi-final for me against Michał Borkowicz, and if I lose, then, well, I guess we go to the game 3. My record versus her is not great, as you can see, and I can't even equalize it right now, even if I win, but I hope I get a little bit closer to equalizing it after this game. This hand is sus. I don't like it overall because I don't know where the purge is, but if I manage to avoid the purge, the containment event will do a lot of work here. So as far as I don't get purged, I think this hand is okay. And if I do get purged, it's bad. I could go for something with France, having socialists. I guess that's not terrible. Ah, sure, let's do it. This is kind of an insurance. If he headlines the goal or Suez, that means I don't get purged, which would be the worst case scenario here. So let's just play around that. Despite headlining containment, I think I still want to go to space this turn. I could... Yeah, of course. That's like taken for granted at this point, every single... whatever. Okay, so Dickel goes to space. Sotsgov goes with UN intervention, hopefully, as my AR7 play. Because if she events blockade, then I want to be able to discard it to that. Fidel will be evented as well, so that CAA is useful. Yeah, right. It starts basically as well as it could. Okay, I surely want to exit Iran. I guess the best thing I can do is just grab 2 battlegrounds. Worst possible start. Purge headline, NATO AR1 for free, Queen Italy rolling 6. Now Romanian is problematic as well, because it gives her Europe domination for free, at least for a while. So I have to play around it somehow. Or just hope that she doesn't have Europe scoring, I guess. Well, I guess if she does have Europe scoring, she's probably going to take Spain right now. So then it wouldn't matter anyway, like, anymore. Let's see. Another coup. Okay, this time it didn't work, thankfully. Let's just spread. Going to Malaysia is really important now, because she cannot have decall, which means that her only possible access to Thailand would be either distal, which is kind of suboptimal while DEFCON is at 3, or Vietnam, which doesn't enter Thailand directly, which means that I can grab it with Fidel or Sotsgovs and overprotect it. So that's good. And of course India is necessary sooner or later, because Indo-Pakistani war is still a threat. She has it too. Okay, doesn't work. Since she gives me a chance to get some mid-ops, I guess I will. Unfortunate. Alright. So now she takes Lebanon. That's basically for granted. Which means that I can space Decol in return. Pretty crazy hand. That probably means he doesn't have independent threats, which means that I can kind of chill with Romanian. I can just play it on AR5 probably. Whoa, okay, never mind. I take everything back. Okay. Can she have Asia scoring? I'm not playing Sotsgovs now, just in case she has it. I'm spacing Deco. Now I roll a 6. Right. At least she keeps rolling 6s too. Whoa, not that. Okay, let's enter Thailand. This is unfortunate. This is really unfortunate that I'm giving her Romanian. But I still think it was correct to go with Fidel. It was surely 1 VP for me. And also, in case she had CIA, it was beneficial because now she's stuck with it instead of just giving it for free. If she has it, obviously. So now the question is, of course, where is Distal? Middle East just looks like a draw. Oh, I mean, I get... Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Oh, that's very defensive of her. That's very defensive. So, like, now I can just get domination like that. I kind of like entering Iraq. I feel like Israel is not very safe. I don't know anything about Suez Crisis or Arab-Israeli war, so I think being present in at least Iraq is the correct measure to take in case of a bad Middle Eastern event. Okay. Okay, so this is a bad hand. It has Marshall Plan, which is basically the only good card here. It doesn't have Distal. It has some problems, especially with Nasser. The good thing about Nasser is that she didn't get it, so it makes it very unlikely for her to get Middle Eastern domination this turn. Europe is of course a bad scoring for me. At least I can defend against her domination before I event it. The question is, do I play Defectors or Marshall? Okay, I think I have to headline I have to play Marshall for an event anyway. And I don't really care about her headlines enough. Like Arab-Israeli war would be bad or something, but the only real threat, like, that I would need to be defected is Destal, but she would never headline it, and there's always the risk of her just going for Asia scoring, as you can see. So I think this is the correct play. I'm also glad she got Asia before reshuffle. Okay, a very strong hand ops-wise again, but she didn't get D-stall, which, like, I guess that's the bare minimum I could expect from this game. Also no Middle East, which I don't care about anyway, so that's whatever. Also, there's no there's no Indo-Pakistani war. There's also no Arab-Israeli war. So that means that I could actually space Korean war and deny her the Milops. So because like the obvious play is to like coup Lebanon. And if I succeed, that's great. But I could just as well coup Iraq with like no chance of success, like 1 in 6. And yeah, I think this is nice. Let's do this. Yep. Right now I will get 1 VP from her not getting the Milops if I space Korean War, which I can safely do, and I don't think I need to rush it either, because she doesn't have a good space card anyway, like unless she wants to space East European Unrest, but I guess I'm fine with that. She may space that actually. She doesn't have many good places to put ops into. She may go for Israel to threaten Egypt or something, but... Okay, that's kind of weird. I don't really get that. I don't think I want to wait for something weird to happen. I will just grab two uncontested, two stability non-battlegrounds in Europe, and I don't think she can reliably harass me enough. Of course, due to her hand being strong again and mine being weak again, I don't think I can stop her from taking Algeria. And so many cards are gone, she kind of knows that my hand is weak. Because there are just no good cards that are left. Like, the best I could have, from her perspective, is like 5-year plan. Which I also don't have, so... that doesn't matter too. So, I guess she should just not headline, event the goal now. And that should be enough for her to not win Europe, of course, but at least win Algeria. The only reason she wouldn't do that is because she has Truman. And she may be uncomfortable with eventing the goal with Truman in play, kind of in play. Nuclear test ban. What is that about? Okay. I'm fine with this. We just traded 1 battleground for 1 battleground in the Middle East, but she spent 4 ops for it and I spent 1, so I guess I'm fine. I'm kind of running out of time here, so I will have to space and do all those things soon. I'm glad she let me score Europe now, because now Cambridge 5 is a playable 2-op, which is a luxury with this hand. I still think eventing the goal is a good play. However, it looks like she may be tempted to use Truman first. I would also strongly consider either spacing its European unrest or using it to break Iran, if I were her. I think that those 2 plays are correct. I'm not even sure how I respond to East European unrest to Iran. I guess I just retake it with Cambridge. Okay, she tries spacing that instead of East European unrest. That's interesting. I kind of disagree, I think. I think that's not the correct decision. Now let's space Korean War. Okay, we hit the space track. Nice. And we have two ops to play with. I would expect to see Truman now. Okay, I'm getting that event. Interesting. She got both Comecon and Warsaw Pact, so Germany and Poland are not very stable for her. So East European unrest is more painful than it would generally be on average. Oh, she just rebuilds it. Interesting. So I will take Algeria so that the goal doesn't immediately create a crisis in my positions if she events it. I guess that if she doesn't... Oh, okay, she keeps the goal. That's interesting. Okay. So I guess I will just take Libya. Because Middle East is to come, so... Oh. Yeah, that's true. So maybe I don't take Libya? Yeah, maybe I don't. I don't know what's up with Distal, so ensuring that Panama is not taken away from me is kind of crucial. Duck is gone, so she will probably coup. She will probably coup something. It may be Middle East. It may be Middle East. Isn't she just coughing Middle East? If I get Middle East, I can safely headline it. Interesting. If I get Middle East, I can headline it, so then I don't really need Libya. If she gets Middle East, she coups. And she probably coups something in the Middle East. In which case, taking Libya would be advised. In what world is overprotecting Pakistan important here? Like, if I get duck... If I ignore it and she uses her AR1 to take Pakistan with China, then I coup, and that's fine. If she gets distal... if she gets distal... If she gets distal, maybe that's not that good, because then coughing is not really great for me. And Arab-Israeli war will be present this turn. I think I would prefer to overprotect Pakistan. And the other options are basically Libya, Panama, and Laos. Really? Nah, I think I'm overthinking it. I think just taking Libya is correct. Yeah, of fucking course. Okay, so she got captured Nazis, she got Distal, and she got Arab-Israeli war. And she got 5-year plan. Nice. Suez Crisis is not good, but I guess I can discard it to blockade if I don't get purged. Olympic Games is bad, Korean War is bad. East European unrest is okay, Indo-Pakistani war is fine too. Or okay, that's in general a shitty hand, not a lot of ops and no good events. I cannot stop Distal in any way. So the main question is, do I drop Middle East in the headline or do I try to go for something fishy with Jordan? Like, the only other alternative in terms of headline is Olympic Games, I guess. I'm not eventing either Indo-Pak or East European unrest as my headline. I don't think I have the ops to spend, and time as well, by the way, to go for Jordan, so let's just get rid of it now. And she got defectors too, so she can just do that, I guess, sure. Nice. No, I don't want to do that yet. I guess I'll just take Mexico since I can. No, I want to take Laos. I really need to take Laos. So I guess I will do that instead. And if she wants to have a coup war in Guatemala, we can have a coup war in Guatemala. I know, after all that's happened so far, I think now it's time to take as many risks as possible, so let's go for this. So I guess I will be eventing all of this, like except Suez Crisis. I mean red events. I will be eventing Blockade, Nasser and Korean War. So that's that. I guess I could take India so that taking Pakistan doesn't force me to... If she takes Pakistan, I don't want to be forced to respond by putting 2 ops into India, so I guess my nearest goals will be like Mexico and India. I also don't really need to force a coup war like in Saharan states or something, because I have in the Pakistani war as my potential source of Milops if she doesn't give them to me in other way. Okay, she just does the boring stuff, sure. Maybe I don't want to use my only playable free op right now. Oh man. Sure, let's use this one. I could leverage the fact that she doesn't know I have in the Pakistani war by entering Saharan states. I could enter Saharan states and then she may be reluctant and resign from queuing it. Like, if she doesn't quit, I can get Nigeria and then I could get Milops within the Pakistani war on AR6. So I guess that could work. UN as well. Defectors. I see. No problems in hand, so she can UN defectors. That's not bad for me actually. Like, the good part about it is that it means she won't be eventing a 5-year plan to discard Asia later on, unless she uses China card now. I actually, now when I think about it, I kind of like realigning Cuba. As I said, I think taking risks now is kind of necessary, so I will just realign her from Cuba using blockade, and I will now I will probably use in the Pakistani war on AR5 and use Nasser to enter Saharan on AR6, and this way I can get the realignment in Cuba, I can get the Milops from in the Pakistani war, and I can threaten Nigeria at the beginning of my next turn without necessarily giving her an easy coup target, because of course if I entered Nigeria right now, that would mean that she gets a perfect target for her turn 1 coup. Oh, and the thing I said about the 5-year plan, there's also the possibility that she has Asia and 5-year plan now. Okay, she doesn't. Okay, so I will either be getting Asia now or Asia later. That's a good thing. Zaire South and Argentina makes sense. Okay, let's get the Milops and the 2VPs. And see which one she gives. Probably 5-year plan. She probably like takes Chile or South Africa. So many good brushword targets. 5-year plan it is. Why? Interesting. Understandable though. That's a play against VOA. However, it's really hard to defend against VOA. It still kicks her out of Chile and Argentina, but Allende gets her back. Like I could count all my ops I got this game on one hand. This is ridiculous. Junta is good, and that's about it. Like, yeah. Oh, I got the playable 3-up, hooray. I guess OAS is a good AR7, and Junta is good headline. Africa is not a great scoring though. I guess Junta kind of lets me get away with it. Sort of, kind of, maybe. Not necessarily, it kind of depends on what she does with it and what she headlines. Yeah, I think Junta is clearly better than Africa scoring, so I will just go for it. I don't think there's a world in which I'm headlining anything else, to be honest. Okay, how I learned is kind of a boring headline, I think. After my Junta, it's... Okay, so now she gets to decide whether she wants to coup back a battleground or she wants to just secure situation in South America with putting ops into countries, or if she wants to coup Saharan states. She now has a little bit of flexibility granted by the headline. However, I don't feel like this was a very powerful one. Hopefully this means that her hand is shitty and blue, but it doesn't have to mean that. She was surely not scared of defectors because those are gone, so that gives me a little bit of hope. A 4-up. I'm shocked. Well, the play here is pretty easy. I hope she doesn't have blockade, man. Oh no, blockade is gone, okay. That's good. Oh, she would be shocked if she evented it. She would be shocked. I'm so glad she didn't headline it because I got to play a 3-up, which doesn't happen often. This Egypt play is sus. It kind of smells like OPEC, so I could counter it with Camp David, but I don't feel like it. I think I just want to get rid of this Africa scoring as quickly as possible. I don't want to have anything to do with it. I'm glad I got away with it. South America scoring is bad, but well, at least I got some presence there due to Junta event and roll, so could have been worse. Alright, so what's the course of action? I need to coup something, so that's probably... I guess that is what I can do right now. Because it's not likely that she will play into couable non-battlegrounds. Africa and South America are scored, and in Central she doesn't really have the space to do it. She's not present in Cuba, so she doesn't have good places to put ops into. So let's just get the mill-ups. Of course, one small step stays in my hand in case she tries something funny. Because as I said, it kind of looks, yeah, like she may have a blue hand, so... Weird that she didn't headline OPEC. Maybe she really wanted to get that Egypt VP, or she was scared that I would break Venezuela. However, I'm not even sure if I would go for it, even with Junta. Yeah, nothing better to do. Let's start eventing. I could go for Cuba, but I think Camp David and John Paul are better as events than as 2-ups, so I will still lean into eventing those. Long term it's probably better. And if my hand doesn't suck as much as my first 4 hands in the next turn, then I will just be able to grab Cuba, because it doesn't look like this map has a lot of places where I can put ups. It's basically like Southeast Asia is the first good target, and Cuba is the second good target. Okay, I'm a turn late for everything, but sure, let's even John Paul anyway. I still think it's a good setup, because again, Warsaw Pact is in the discard, Comecon is like 50-50 who gets it. And if I get it, I may even space it, so worsening her Europe situation is kind of important, because if it gets to Europe domination all-in, or Europe control all-in, rather, I would gladly have something there. Space, maybe? Wouldn't you like to space? No space? I guess no space. I think I will still ignore Cuba if I get to play one small step 4-ups. I think the best targets now are Malaysia and Indonesia. I don't think I want to enter Cuba. Defending Thailand from potential brush war is kind of important, because right now it was the best target for brush war if she got one. So taking that extra step was, I think, necessary. Of course, Asia scoring here is very good for me. It looks like her hand was pretty bad. It wasn't like extremely weak, it just had a lot of scorings, and those were not necessarily scorings she wanted to desperately get. And now I guess the best I can do is just breaking Panama. Okay, this hand doesn't completely suck. It's very weak again if I get perched, so like I wouldn't be too hopeful about it, but grain sales and ABM are good headlines. Our man in Tehran is potentially decent if I can snipe gunmen with it. So I guess I will try to kind of hold it and see if I see anything interesting. Of course, using grain sales kind of works against me breaking Panama as my AR7 play, but I think it's still the best. So let's just go for it. ABM is a good reaction card, and I'm not scared of Missile Envy since it's gone, so I will just hope to not get perched, and if I don't get perched, it's a fine hand finally to play with. It's a good double space angle, because I really don't want to give her Muslim and I really don't want to give her liberation, so if I get to space twice with this hand, that would be great. If not, I can still hope for Kennedy, I guess. So maybe that's not that bad. Grain Cell is also good because there are a lot of bad events for her in the deck, so that she could have. So it's kind of good if I can shorten her hand. Of course, I just got countered by Salt. I mean, this line of thinking got countered. She had Junta. I'm not sure how good that is. I'm sure this is not good, but well, at least I can event it without losing the game on the spot. So sure, we'll take that. It was like one of the worst hits, but it wasn't Lone Gunman or Dekol or Brezhnev, so that's good. Okay, do we realign Italy? Maybe making a mess out of Italy is good. Because now queuing doesn't have that much of value. First of all, Defcon is at 5, so she will get her coups anyway, and second of all coups are -1 due to Salt. I don't have a... like, my targets are not easily realignable for her, so I don't care about Defcon. She should though, so let's go for this. Well, not necessarily great, but it at least kind of makes her care about it, I guess. And Panama is still hanging open, up for grabs. So it's kind of up to her what she wants to do now. I expect her to lower the Defcon, so I can't continue my adventure with Italy realignments. She could use Junta for that. She could use Junta to both take Panama and like lower the Defcon by queuing Mexico, for example, which kind of achieves her goal of not letting me just take Panama and also not letting me realign Italy. So I guess that was... I don't know if that was the idea behind taking Junta from Salt. I think it was probably because there are no better cards than that. But if that was the idea, I respect it. I think it's smart. Let's see what she does though. Because maybe she doesn't care about Italy right now, right? I did that because it was kind of putting pressure on her if I got to break her control of Italy. But I didn't. So maybe she can just ignore it and coup Nigeria. Right now Panama is probably a bigger issue for her than... Oh yeah, okay. She can she can always have a deck which lets her manipulate Defcon as easily as it gets. Whoa! That's your play. Okay. Okay, so this is basically 1/3 chance of a success. That's not great. Queuing Vietnam is a half. Okay, I think we're playing long game. No one is winning in the mid-world, let's be realistic. So I think I will just go for Zaire here. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Sure. Never mind. So now I guess she can... Okay, now it's still interesting, right? If she coups Nigeria, what do I do? And what if she, like, plays Junta into Panama and coups Mexico and, like, breaks it with one? What then? Do I use ABM on Angola? Please fail. Nice. Yeah, right. So I guess I'm giving her socialists. Right? I think I have to. Yeah, okay, so okay, so since that happened, I guess my best shot here is to just give her socialists, which are bad but bearable because of Marshall, take Mexico with it, hope that she doesn't go to Zaire, And if that happens, oh my god, I hope she has puppets. If she has puppets, maybe she doesn't go to Zaire because she sees puppets in her hand. Maybe that happens. That would be great. However, that's probably some wishful thinking in play. Oh, why couldn't it be a 2? I just needed a 2. Oh, let's see. Alliance. Okay, so she doesn't technically go to Zaire, but she basically forces me to respond to that immediately. So that's just as good as going to Zaire. I will reveal that I don't have a central scoring because that's the best card to do it with right now. Since I still believe that our mini Tehran may be evented for good. There are still a lot of cards that I would like to get rid of. And she may have central too, by the way. It's very much possible. Also that Laosku, it may have been just a value play for Southeast Asia scoring, but it may be a setup for Brush War. I wouldn't be very surprised if she had Brush War. It would be terrible, of course, but... Well, okay, it's not necessarily terrible, it's like 50-50. And she doesn't have any other good targets that are not 50-50. Like Mexico, Argentina and Thailand are all protected by one neighbor, so she doesn't get a clear shot with 2/3 chance of success. Another 4-up. Yeah, right, so... yeah, not much to see here. I will just put ups into France and hope that I don't have to use ABM for that. Again, so rich. I wonder, like, I wonder what... I wonder what to do with ABM. I'm still not sure. Like, the safest play is to, like, Zaire with it, but that sounds like an overkill. Queen Panama sounds way better, especially with central scoring to come. But especially with Salt being active, I kind of don't see that. It looks like a very risky play. And this looks like she has Southeast Asia. Let's just take Philippines, I guess. Okay, she spaces. I will space too. Nixon is not the worst card she could have gotten, so spacing it means she doesn't have like Voice or Bertra probably, or Colonials. I hope they appear before the reshuffle. Panama Canal. Overprotecting. Wait. To Uruguay? Okay, now I think I'm queuing Panama, hell yeah. Now I think it's good. Okay, nice, that worked. And I got Brush, okay. Something's good happening, we're up to something with this hand. We can play this. We're getting perched, don't be mistaken, we always are. But with this hand we can survive the perch, which is very good itself. I don't have a good headline, except for Brush, so I guess I'm going for Brush. Because Shuttle doesn't achieve much. Let's just brush. Let's just brush. I don't even know what we're brushing, but we're brushing something. Venezuela is a good target and Italy is a good target. I think Italy is a slightly better target. It has slightly more... It has a slightly better chance of succeeding. Well... It's comparing Europe to South America is really complicated. Oh, Quagmire, hello. But I think this is correct. Okay, that would still work in Venezuela, but... This does not, we're not getting purged, by the way. We can still get purged. It's just... She's just playing with us. She has the purge. She will event it. Okay, just kidding. Okay. She will still get it, but at least she will have to put the effort in. Well, if we get Kennedy, we still don't hold this. Yeah, sure, let's kick it. It's also not that terrible of a card to come back after the reshuffle. There is a decent chance that it will not be active by that point because of AWACS sales, so that kind of doesn't matter that much for me. Alright. I don't know if you have Central America, but if you do, I'm not giving it up for cheap. So come and get it. Okay, no fight for it. That means that her hand is probably not great. And that means she will try to space, which means we should do it first. Nice. Nice. Good rolls. The dice know when to roll a 5 and when to roll a 1. I like it. Has China been played this game? I don't think so, right? She's holding it all the time. Yeah. Curious. Now the question of Comic-Con is kind of interesting, right? Oh, wait, that's interesting. I can't start pushing for for Europe immediately because of Warsaw Pact, so that's kind of out of the question. However, there are some interesting options here. So first of all, I could coup Uruguay and score arms race, and that puts me at 16. Second of all, I could set up realignments in Panama and realign it. Third of all, I could just repair everything, like France, Israel, overprotect Italy, and be the boring person. But I'm not boring, so I will not be doing that. Okay, I think going for 16 VP advantage is a good thing to do. Oh, that sucks, but whatever. Okay, she fails. She can discard colonials now, or nuclear subs or whatever. And colonials. She fails again, so now she can discard another card. The luck is really on her side here. Jesus, she will discard all the good blue cards soon. I guess she can have Comic-Con. Now I'm worried I will not be getting Asknot this turn, so I guess Summit will stay. And Decol is still in the deck, so overprotecting Nigeria is kind of crucial. Argentina is my only stronghold in South America, and I will have to do it anyway before late war, since Thatcher can mess it up. Nuclear sub's gone too, and she still is not out of Bear Trap. So... well... I will take that. Breaking South Korea doesn't give me anything. Ah, that's very inefficient. Sure, let's just take Israel. That's just a stable, efficient play. The gunman is here. That's scary. Thank God for the bear trap, because maybe I will get to discard it. She got Asknot, but she knows I have... she knows I have the gunman, which means I will not be getting that. She also got Purge. Wow, her hand is monstrous. Decol, Purge, Cuban Missile Crisis, Cultural Revolution, Puppet Governments, Asknot and Cha. Disgusting hand. Well, let's see. How good is Voice? Because Voice could be a response to Decol if she uses Decol. Sadat is a good event overall, but there's absolutely no need to hurry with it. I doubt she has Middle East scoring. Olympic Games are funny, because, like... okay, can I go for a win? Because if I headline Voice and like kick her out of Vietnam and Burma and something, I could get 4 VPs from Southeast Asia scoring. If she headlines Purge or Che. But not if she headlines Decol or Cultural, which I doubt she will, but she could. How good is Voice realistically? Like, okay, let's assume she headlines Decol because she knows I have Southeast Asia scoring. Then... I could always go for Olympic Games plus Summit victory. I'm a professional with that type of stuff. I just don't think I have the balls to do it. I'm sorry. I could also event NATO plus special, but I feel like I'm trolling. I feel like I'm trying to overthink this so hard for no reason to. Oh man. Can I die to Olympic Games? I guess. Will Barry is in the deck and she has 2 cards I don't know. Yeah, let's not lose the game in the silly way. Let's go for voice. Oh, she tried it. She tried it. I respect that, by the way. I have to tell you, I respect that. That was a nice one. GG. Okay. We got it. We got it in the end. Yeah, she's out, but it's too little too late. Whew. Alright, that's the end of the Polish League quarterfinals. I managed to beat a menace that used to destroy me in this very tournament in the last edition, so I'm glad that happened. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be seeing you soon in my games versus Borek, who I will be facing in the semifinals, so yeah. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.